Man beat man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys, do it again. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. You talk to us, you talk to him, but oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dashy True Inferno. And before we get on with today's topic in this Overwatch gameplay, I would like to announce that I will be live streaming this Thursday night. Yes, so I was unable to do so this past Easter Sunday, and I would like to do a live stream for you guys before I go out of town the next day. And as you all should know, I'm going to Chicago for C2E2 this weekend. So the live stream will take place Thursday night at around either 9:30 or 10, because I will be coming home straight from work in order to do this. And I would be live streaming for an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending, you know, whatever. But I want to be in bed by like 12:30, so I can get 8 hours of sleep, so I can, you know, handle my business and go. So yeah, I will be live streaming Thursday night starting at 9:30 or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be going out of town Friday, Saturday, and return on Sunday. Now, we'll still have video for you guys this Friday and Saturday. So there will be a 2K and there will be a Let's Play Near Automata. So with all that out the way, let's get on with today's topic. And right now, speaking of Easter Sunday, we are in the middle of a Easter egg extravaganza, or as Niantic call it, extravaganza. The egg puns. So basically what I'm talking about is this. Pokemon Go is currently in the middle of a Easter egg event. So basically all types of Pokemon are hatching from, you know, these eggs, 2K eggs, 5K eggs, or 10K eggs. Where the Pokemon that are normally hatching for the 10K eggs are either hatching in the 2K eggs or the 5K eggs. And some of the Pokemon that's hatched from the 5K eggs are now in 2K eggs. And some of the Pokemon that you can't even hatch at all are now hatchable in 5 and maybe 2K eggs. Also, we got double XP and things of that nature. So all that is going on. And yeah, this is all a good story because a few weeks back they did a water event where water Pokemon would spawn all over the place. They added shinies to the game in the form of a shiny Mew. I mean, not shiny Mew, a shiny Magikarp and a shiny Gyarados. But they could still do more. Like, yeah, they addressed some issues by doing these things. But again, they could still do more. So right now, I am giving you my top 5 changes that Niantic needs to make in Pokemon Go. So with that out the way, let's get on with number 5, trading. Trading has been one of the things that a lot of people have been asking for. I mean, it's common sense. This is supposed to be a Pokemon game, and there's trading in Pokemon games. Now, outside from that whole, what they call the Pokemon Ranger crap, I never played any of those. I don't know if that trading events, I doubt so, because more like you playing as I don't know what the thing is with that. But anywho, in the major Pokemon games, you know, like Red, Blue, Yellow, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl, all that stuff, trading has always been the game. So for Pokemon Go to not have trading at this point in time, we are near the 1-year anniversary, by the way. It's pretty ludicrous. So they need to add trading in the game. Now, granted, yeah, there's some issues here because, trading with complete strangers where you could meet them face to face, they could kidnap, you know, stuff like that could happen. I believe it was Nick, aka Trainer Tips, that gave a really good suggestion about how trading could be done. And I actually like the idea. Yeah, there's still some kinks that need to be worked out with trading, but trading should be in the game, and it should be in the game in a way where it's not exploited or anything like that. But trading should be in the game. But it's only number 5 because it's not exactly a high priority for me. If training was in the game now, I would be, yeah, that's cool. But there's still other more pressing matters with Pokemon Go. Now, speaking of which, let's get on to number 4, 10K eggs issue. Now, here's what I mean by the 10K eggs issue. Now, prior to this event that's going on right now, and actually by the time I released the video, the event might be over because it's supposed to end Wednesday, tomorrow, the day after we doing this recording rather. But here's this, and we don't know what they're gonna do with the egg system because again, there's some Pokemon that are not hatchable but now are because of the event. We don't know if they're gonna go back to that structure or they're gonna do something different with the unhatchables or whatever. But here's the issue with the 10K eggs. It is rare to get a 10K egg to begin with. So you're mostly going to get 2Ks or 5Ks. It was a point in time where I couldn't get a 10K egg for months, for freaking months. And then like a few months back, I was getting them, but not like that. Yes, you know, obviously 10K going to have like the rare Pokemon in there, but still though, I'm like, it takes nearly forever to get a 10K egg. And then when you get a 10K egg and hatch it, and you gotta walk 10 kilometers to hatch a 10K egg, thus it's called 10K. And once you hatch it, it's not well, never mind it being a Pokemon that you want, but for the most part, it's some type of crappy Pokemon that they consider as rare. And it's like, no. You know, some of those Pokemon that are considered 10K eggs, they need to move them down to 5, in my opinion. And really, they need to move the likes of Grimer and Coughings up from 5K to 10K, because even though those are more rare. Like you can barely find those in the wild. People are looking for those, and it would be better, like, because of again, to get a 10K egg alone is rare, so you should be rewarded. Like once you finally get one, you should be rewarded with a good Pokemon. You know, a rare Pokemon to match the rarity of the egg, not some bogus crap that they want to call rare. You know, it's stupid. So they need to do either or. Either make the 10K eggs less rare, or make it, you know, keep the rarity at, you know, where it is now, but give us better Pokemon in the 10K egg. You know, not some of this other crap like Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, or wherever. You know, it's like everybody got those, so it's like there's no point in getting those. Now, let's move on to number 3. Lack of good IV Pokemon in the wild. Yeah, that was a long one to say. So basically, I mean, it says itself. You cannot find any good IV Pokemon in the wild. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, because ironically enough, yesterday I found a Pikachu that have good IV. I don't know what his IVs are, but it's like 84% or up. So what I mean by IV is like, you know, oh my gosh. It's like some type of special map that they use to determine a Pokemon IV that involve attacks, defense, and HP. And you can get 100% HP Pokemon. I got one already. And what that means is their attacks are at 15, their defense is at 15, and their HP, their health points, are at 15, equaling a grand total of 45. So that's the maximum. That's the highest right there. That's 100%. And I don't recall ever catching one of those in the wild. Like, you would more likely have to hatch one of those. That's your best bet. But for the most part, when it comes to getting a good IV Pokemon, again, 84% or higher, you will have to hatch eggs. Like, you cannot find these joints in the wild. Again, like, you could get lucky once in a blue moon and catch a Pokemon that have really good IVs. Yes, they are out there, and if you got a specialized tracker, I'll get more on that later, then you can easily, you know, find them. But it's like they rare. Like, if you don't have any of that stuff, and they don't want you to have that stuff, by the way, it's rare to get a good IV Pokemon out in the wild, like out in the open. You know, you would have to hatch eggs, and that's really bogus to me. So, like, if I see a Snorlax, which is extremely rare to find in the wild, and I caught it, and I check out his IVs, but his IVs are terrible, I'm like, what? You know, so they need to change that. They need to add more Pokemon that have good IV in the wild. We shouldn't have to just resort to hatching eggs to get, one, to hope that we get a specific Pokemon that we want, and two, hope that it has good IVs. Never mind 100% IV, because yeah, that should be rare. But to have it, but for it to have good IVs, man, I mean, we should be able to catch those in the wild. That should not be finding a needle in a haystack. It should not be like that. Now, let me get on to the next one. Number 2, favoritism. This one pissed me off a lot right here, because if you live in the likes of San Francisco, which is where Niantic Labs headquarters is, I think there's a US version and a Japan version, but I think I bit my tongue. I don't know what happened. But anywho, if you live somewhere in San Francisco, yeah, a bunch of shit gonna pop up. But then again, that's where the headquarters are, you know, Niantic USA. But if you're anywhere else, like, oh, I don't know, Florida, Wisconsin of all places, you know, all these other places, they're going to get a shit ton of good stuff. But if you're somewhere, like, I'm just guessing, going out there, in Michigan or Idaho or Maine, you know, for example, you ain't going to get shit. And it's like, why in the fuck, like, what's up with this damn favoritism? Like, this make no damn sense. The object of the game, as far as what Niantic wants you to do with this game, is to go out and walk around and explore places that you never been before. You know, that's the whole purpose of this. So I'm like, okay, how about you put this Pokemon at those places instead of the downtown area? I'm like, I'm pretty sure everybody within that local area had been to their nearest downtown area or all the downtown areas near them. I mean, no, we're supposed to go somewhere else that we never been to before. You know, not downtown LA or downtown Chicago, although I will be there this weekend. But still though, it's like, no, you know, this favoritism is stupid. You know, all the places should have the same stuff. Now, granted, outside from the region exclusives, you know, I had no problem with those. But I mean, like, for example, Ben 10-1 have, I think, 2 or 3 unknowns. 2 or 3 unknowns. How many unknowns, never mind how many unknowns I have, or even how many unknowns Hybrid Mongoose have, but how many unknowns do you think, as my phone went off, has been reportedly found in my city of Detroit or in my state of Michigan? None. Now, granted, maybe because nobody been reporting it, but at the same time, it's like, why can't we have that type of luck? You know. So they need to fix that. They need to, you know, spread out these Pokemon evenly. You know, accommodate for those who are like who are not near the city, basically. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not near the city, because I am near the city to some degree. But still, though, you know, there's some guys who are, and if you watch Trainer Trips or whatever, you've seen it. You see it, not with him, but he talked about people who has been like living in the middle of nowhere where they only have one Poke Gym and one Poke Stop in their town and things of that nature. I'm like, no, spread that shit out so everybody can have fun playing the game and would want to play the game. Now, before I get to my number one thing that Niantic needs to change in Pokemon Go, let me give y'all some honorable mentions. First off, PvP. Now, PvP is another important aspect of Pokemon. So, for that to not be in the game since day one is basically atrocious. The gym system don't count because you're not going against another player. Yeah, you're going against another player Pokemon that they just left there and then just ran along their way, but they not there. You ain't battering them. You're battering their Pokemon that was just left to guard something. So that don't count. But they may change that. This is why this is honorable mention. They may change that because they are bringing in a raid system. We don't know much about it. All we know is that it's coming, and it could be a scenario where a bunch of us would team up against a non-playable character, or we may have to team up against each other. So, I mean, that's why the PvP is in the honorable mention. Next thing that's in the honorable mention, more events or longer events. Now, this is in the honorable mention because they've been doing that. The water event, the Easter egg event, and they said that they're going to do more events like the water event throughout the year. That's why it's on the list. But prior to this year, they has been shitty with the events. They will only do it unless it's on a holiday, like a really important holiday, like Halloween, Christmas. I don't think they did one for Thanksgiving. If memory serves me correctly. So the lack of events was ridiculous, but they changed it this year, so that's a good thing. So that's why it's in the honorable mention, because at one point in time, the amount of events that they had was garbage, and the events that they had themselves was garbage, and the length of these events were garbage. But the fact that they're having more events is good. Hopefully they'll be longer than just a week. Like 2 weeks would be good. So yeah, and then the third honorable mention is Gen 2 starters not hatching from eggs. I found this out right in the middle of this coming Easter hunt, that Gen 2 starters were no longer hatchable from eggs. And then they, now they are because of this event. So I don't know if they're going to go back to that, or they're going to say, okay, we're going to make Gen 2 starters hatchable again. And I'm like, these are starting, starters, like starters. Why aren't they hatchable from eggs? Because do you know what happens when you got Pokemon that are not hatchable with eggs? Let's go back to my third thing that Niantic needs to change about Pokemon Go. You cannot find good IV Pokemon in the wild. You can only hatch them. And for you to not be able to hatch Pokemon from eggs, it makes it that much tougher to find good IV Pokemon. And that's retarded. That is fucking retarded. And they desperately need to change that. Hopefully they don't go back to that crap. Now, granted, yes, there's some things that should not be hatchable from eggs. Like, there's some that aren't, like, for example, Ritos, Pidgeys, Rattatas, things of that nature. But they can do a much better job with that as well. Like, for example, Paris. The fuck want to hatch a Paris? Like, get that shit out of here. And there probably other Pokemon that are hatchable from eggs that are not coming to my mind right now. But they could do a much better job. I think they took out Caterpie. I don't remember. But yeah, they didn't. They didn't take that out. But I don't have the list on me right now. But there's a number of Pokemon that are hatchable that should not be hatchable. And there are a number of Pokemon that are not hatchable that should be hatchable. Or hatchable, rather. Now then, with all that out the way, let's get on with number 1. Tracker. This is the one right here that's pissed me off the most. Because anytime a third party releases a tracker, Niantic wants to take it down. Now, granted, yes, the only way a third party can make a tracker for Pokemon Go and for it to work correctly is by hacking in their systems. So yeah, Niantic have the right mindset of, okay, they can hack our systems to create their tracker. There's no telling what they can hack into. They can hack into our transactions. They can hack into our bank accounts, whatever. So yeah, that is a serious issue right there. But at the same time, what in the fuck is this nearby crap? Get that crap out the game. And a while back, I also noticed that Japan don't have that. They still have their sightings list. And I'm like, why don't we have that anymore? Like, the only way we can get the sightings back is if we are somewhere far away from Pokestops. And they have no choice but to bring us the sightings list back. And then, like, even if we have 3 Pokestops near us, and there's only 3 Pokemon there or whatever, at the bottom row, they would give us the sightings, but they don't show there's 3 Pokemon there. But before Pokestop pop up, before Pokemon had a Pokestop pop up, that sightings list is gone. And I'm like, we don't want this nearby crap. Why do I want a nearby system that tells me where a Rito is? Oh, there's a Rito at this Samsung store. No, get that crap out the game. Or give us the option to switch between nearby and sightings. Or better yet, no, screw that crap. Give us a tracker. Like, straight up, give us a tracker. Because this nearby crap is garbage. The sightings wasn't any better, but at least that one's tolerable because we could use that in combination with a third-party tracker to track the Pokemon, the ones that haven't been taken down yet or whatever. But still, though, this nearby system, and then to make matters worse with the nearby system, let's say right now I'm at work. I'm on break or whatever, but I'm at work right now. In about, let's say 50 yards, I'm just making up these numbers. 50 yards away from me is, what is it? Not a Jimmy John's. Starbucks. There's a Starbucks 50 yards away. So all Starbucks, are Pokestops. And I look at my phone, see what's on my tracker or nearby system or whatever. Is that Pokestop? But I'm like, I'm 50 fucking yards away. Why am I being shown this? And like they will show you Pokestops that are like too damn far away from you to walk. And I'm like, why is this here? They need to get rid of their tracking system and put in an actual tracking system. Cause this nearby shit is like stupid. And then give us a filter. Like, I'm sick and tired of seeing Pidgeys at a freaking Sprint store, or a Rattata at a McDonald's, or a Rito at a get that. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see a Pikachu. I want to see a Bulbasaur. I want to see a Charmander. I want to see a Snorlax. Only, give us a filter. If y'all go stick with this nearby shit, give us a filter. So we can say, okay, I only want you to show me this Pokemon, and that Pokemon. And that Pokemon, that Pokemon, and that Pokemon. That's it. But this nearby shit where they showing me nothing but damn Ritos and Rattatas and Pidgeys and all this useless shit. It's like, it's so annoying. First of all, get rid of the nearby system altogether. And it'd be too stubborn to do that. Give us a damn filter so we can weed out this baby shit. Cause that's annoying as heck. And really put in a real tracker. Like, give us an actual real tracker. So yeah, there you go with that. Now, granted, with all these changes, I think Niantic need to make for Pokemon Go. If they were to make all these changes all at once, the game, I will admit, the game could be a little bit too easy. Like with number 4 on my list, the whole 10K egg issue, my suggestion for that won't make the game easy. It would make the game more fair, to be honest. The lack of number 3 on the list, make it more fair. Number 2, definitely make it more fair. That's the favoritism one. Trading should be basic in a Pokemon game, so that should be there regardless. And the tracker, yeah, they give us an actual tracker. It would be too easy. I get that, but give us that filter for that nearby system, or get rid of the nearby system. And give us the shinies back. It make no sense why the United States got a nearby system while Japan still got the sighting system. That makes no sense to me. So yeah, man, there you go with that, man. Y'all know who this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all. Now see y'all next time. Yeah.